03 461 4444 or 0903
Mind, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today 95.1 FM.
This is Today95 FM Sports Hardcore.
Good evening, this is the World News and your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. Oil and gas companies resolve to contribute $30 million to support eradication of coronavirus to help cater for patients NYSC orientation camps to isolation centers. Governor Nyesom Wike Italy task force to enforce restriction order on religious organizations and enforcing death toll coronavirus in Spain soars above 4,000. Now the details. And 31 upstream oil and gas industry companies coronavirus in the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Mele Chiari, who announced this in Abuja. Which is equivalent to the pandemic and its impact on Nigeria. In Abuja added that the military had also concluded plans to record the military has security situations in any parts of the country as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. In the same vein, the federal government has resolved to convert 4 stadia in the country to isolation centers in the fight against coronavirus pandemic. Centers, Minister of Sport Sunday Dari, who made this known to the media, said President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the conversion already. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari treated not counted in the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic. The president, in a statement by his spokesman, Femi Adesina, commended members of the Nigerian private sector coalition against COVID-19. He lauded the members of the coalition, namely Aliko Dangote, Abdul Samad Rabiu of Boa Group, Femi Otedola, Tony and Jim Ovia of UBA, ASIS, GTB, and Zenit. Recommended the laudable strides to other Nigerians and organizations, stressing that hand in hand, the country would overcome the challenges brought by the pandemic and chart a new course in nationalism. Negative to coronavirus. First is the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mashi, and others are the Minister of Health Osage Hanire, Minister of Ministers Ralph Aribesola, Aviation Minister Hadi Sirika, Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Services Minister Sadiya Umar Farouk. Also tested negative are Finance Minister Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance Clem, Education Minister Amu Adamu, Environment Minister Muhammad Mahmoud, amongst others. Chief of Staff Abba Kiari is receiving treatment in a private facility. Minister of Health Osage Hanire disclosed this while briefing newsmen in Abuja. Hanire and Kiari showed Germany and Egypt. You're listening to the World News and Today 95.1 FM Voice of the People. After the break, good morning.
Every day. and our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. You're still on to the world news in Today 95.1 FM. The River State Governor Nyesom Wike says he will on Sunday, March 29, 2020, on public gatherings and places of worship to monitor compliance. All the service commanders, Department of State Security, DSS will accompany the governor. Any church that flouts the directive of the state government will be closed down. This by the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Paulinus Insirim. In line with the directive of the state government, the chairman of Obiakwa local government area of River State, Solomon Eke, has ordered the closure of all the markets and the local government spread of coronavirus in the state. In a statement by the media team, the Obiakwa chairman said all the markets in various communities, including the slaughter government area, are affected. On his part, the chairman of Akukutura local government area, Roland Sakibo, has also ordered the markets in the area. Sakibo, the precautionary measures taken to curb the spread of the virus, said the sensitization process will continue until Nigeria is totally free from COVID-19. Close that hand sanitizer.
I kind of like two protests while shutting it down. Provided enough sanitizers, we provided enough detergent that we are sharing across the major community. But it's a continuous thing for us. We also engage our local tank criers to go around the community every day to let them know that this thing is real. The gateways are where and for the headquarters of the community, for all the road is one way, and from the river to where people can go coming from other communities. So our target is for now is motor park, and we'll discuss with the drivers and as it descend from the bridge. There's also a point, the thermometers are there to check the temperature, and sanitizers and wash hand basins.
Some doctors at the River State University Teaching Hospital has protested alleged non-payment of over 5 months' salaries by the state government. House that they over 5 months. Protesters who did not want his name to be mentioned said they have been putting in their best even amidst the COVID-19 outbreak.
We have been fighting for this coronavirus issue, and we want to tell the world that we are seriously in for this. But we also want to appeal to everybody and all agencies responsible and let them know that the past 5 months now we are salary, and we want to beg any authority that is involved to specifically go through River State University Teaching Hospital, the house officers in particular, check. We have not been paid salary. People are running away against coronavirus. We house officers and doctors all over the world are chasing coronavirus, making sure we put to an end to this bad disease. We need our salary. We need to be appreciated for the work we have been doing. We are not going anywhere. We are on ground. We are ready to fight coronavirus, but let them appreciate us. We beg the governor, we beg every parasite that is involved, the NGOs. Is there any way they can come to our aid? We are begging.
Other House officers who spoke to correspondent Uchendu Ejowo complained of lack of personal protection equipment. PPE is front line in the fight against coronavirus to protect themselves and the fight against the virus.
As House officers, we've been working for the past 5 months now, yet we've not been paid one kobo. We are stretched to our breaking limits. No money to buy food, no money to pay utility bills, no money to pay transport. When the government has announced shutdown of markets across the state, we can't go out to stock food. It's difficult for us to continue working in this kind of environment. And in the era of corona, face masks are limited. So they ration these things. We're the first in line to see patients that are coming to the hospital. So we need these protective equipment more than anybody. Paid. At least we deserve the money that we worked for.
Our House officers are suffering no shutdown. We have not